What's up my loves, my name is Paige, this is Pages with Paige, and today we're going to be doing 7 on Sunday. Seven on Sunday is a Goodreads group created by Grace from G Swizzle, and I'll leave a link to both Grace's channel and the Goodreads group in the description box below. This week's topic are reimaginings or retellings that are on our TBR, and yes! I have got 7, which was narrowing it down quite significantly. I absolutely love a good retelling. Let's just talk about the 7 that I have. The first one is the only one I'm apprehensive about, and that is because it is Darling by Kay Ancrum, and it's a Peter Pan retelling. I am not a fan of Peter Pan, so this gives me many nerves, but I'm so excited to get to it, even though it's in a story that I'm not overly fond of, just because I love Kay Ancrum's writing so much. They are so amazing, and I know that they're going to do it justice, even if I'm slightly pissed off at Peter throughout the duration of it. There's a little tagline saying not all lost boys should be saved, so fingers crossed it goes dark and just the way that I would love it to go. So I have faith in Kay Ancrum's writing. It's just the Peter Pan aspect of it just The other little section says acclaimed author Kay Ancrum has re-envisaged Peter Pan with a central twist that will send all your previous memories of J.M. Barrie's classic permanently off to Neverland. So I am super keen to get to it, but also like Next up we have The Girl in Red by Christina Henry. Technically I could have gone with Red Queen, which is the second in the Alice series, but I'm not sure if it's a direct retelling continuation where that's all fitting in. So I'm going with The Girl in Red, which is a Red Riding Hood retelling, and I love Christina Henry's creepiness, and so I'm really excited to see her dark and twisted take on Little Red Riding Hood. It can be a very dark story, so I'm really curious to see what magic and mayhem Christina Henry brings to this one. Then I have A Dowry of Blood by S.D. Gibson. This was kindly gifted to me by Erin, and I just this is a Dracula's Brides retelling, and I'm just, yes, Polly, just, yes, hit me up. I am keen. A lot of these have been newly acquired this year as I really went on a retelling kick, and I'm still in that vibe, and I want to pick them all up now. The next is 1,000 Ships by Natalie Haynes. So this is a all-female perspective from the Trojan women that are now in the hands of the Greeks, and a few different elements to that. I'm super keen. I love having the retelling from the feminist perspective. It just, I don't know why, but it just fills me with absolute joy seeing their voices being heard, and it just really captivates me, and I can't wait to dive in. Next up is The Witch's Heart by Genevieve Gornichek. Sorry, this is got Norse inspired stories in here, and I'm so sorry for the pronunciation. Angrboda's story begins where most witch tales end, with being burnt. A punishment from Odin for sharing her visions of the future with the wrong people. The fire leaves Angrboda injured and powerless, and she flees into the furthest reaches of a remote forest. There she is found by a man who reveals himself to be the trickster god Loki. Yes, I'm more into my Greek kick than my Norse kick, but if it is Norse with Loki, I am fucking there. Sign me the fuck up. I am so keen. The next is the Looking Glass Wars series by Frank Better. Technically I have read the first one, and this is a really different, Alice in Wonderland has a lot of different takes on it, but this is intense, and so this is the first and the second. I'm really curious to reread this because I don't remember it overly well, and I'd be curious to see if I start remembering things as I'm reading it and then can continue on with the next book. There is also a third which will complete the trilogy, but I'm just super keen to re-dive into it. There's mechanics, there's just a whole lot of things, and I'm super keen to dive back in because what I remember was glorious. And the last one is Sister Song by Lucy Holland. This is a proof copy, so that's why it is orange and the actual cover is blue. I really don't know too much about this. I just know that it's a retelling of a particular ballad, I believe, and I'm keen. I really want to pick this up, hopefully at the beginning of next year. This did come out in April, sorry, but it just really fascinates me, and I think there's going to be a lot of music involved, which is a really cool aspect, and yeah, I'm just curious to pick it up and see how it goes. So these are just 7 of the retellings that are on my shelves that I wanted to talk about. I have so many more. I'd be curious to compile a list and see how many there actually are. I do have my entire TBR listed, so I'd just be going through and figuring out which one is and not. And yeah, that might be something. Let me know if you would like to see a full TBR video of that. Also, let me know in the comments what is a reimagining or retelling that you have on your TBR. I love retellings and taking a story that we know so well and just twisting it. If you like this video, feel free to give it a big thumbs up. And if you'd like to see more of this mess, feel free to subscribe, and I'll hopefully see you in my next video. Bye!